Everybody, it's Jennifer. Happy Monday. Let's, hang out, talk about real estate. It's what we do on Mondays. And this week I want to talk about uncovering a client's motivation, because how you follow up with a client is not the same for everybody. It's not one size fits all. You need to tailor your follow-up based on what their motivation is. And I see agents sometimes, they're just spinning their wheels and calling these people and then getting frustrated when they're not getting anywhere, because maybe that lead is not wanting to buy for 3 to 6 months. They're not going to respond to you if you're calling them every other day or multiple times a week. They're not going to respond to you until they are ready to buy. So if you can learn how to understand a client's motivation, then you can tailor your follow-up. If you have a lead who, they need to get under contract or something in the next 30 days, maybe even 60 days, that's a hot lead. Now that's somebody you want to constantly be following up with and trying to help, because they need you right now. They are the most likely to respond. You're not wasting your time by calling them every couple days or checking in every few days. But if it's somebody who's, they tell you they don't want to move until next spring, well, then that tells you how you need to structure your follow-up. And there's a lot of real estate trainings. You may have heard of the LP Mama script or technique. That's how you determine what clients need. This can be like, an internet lead, somebody on the phone, somebody in an open house. And the L is location, figuring out what area they want to be in. P is price. The first M is motivation. That's what we're talking about today. So what's making you want to move? What are you looking for? Why do you want to move? Those are open-ended questions you can ask to try to get information out of them. The first A is agent. Are they working with anybody? We don't normally just say, do you have an agent? Because you know what they're going to say? Yes. So you leave them alone. You say, have you looked at any homes so far? How have you been seeing homes? Is anybody sending you anything? That tells you whether or not they have an agent without them being able to put you off by just saying yes. The next M is, hold on. Oh my goodness. Mortgage. I always forget that. Are you going to be financing? Maybe you need to help them with that. And then the last one is asking for the appointment. If you go through those, location, price, motivation, agent, mortgage, and appointment with everybody you talk to, you're going to get a lot of information out of them. And if you're listening and being a good listener, and then you structure your follow-up based on exactly what they told you, you're showing that you're a professional. You say, okay, I'm going to send you some properties this evening, and then I'm going to give you a call tomorrow morning to see. You're setting that expectation. And then when you actually do call the next morning, they're expecting you to call. You're showing that you do what you say you're going to do, like you're a true professional. You're going to be somebody that they want to work with. And so you've got to get really good at asking open-ended questions, not just yes, no. Do you have an agent? That's a yes, no question. Has anybody been sending you houses? Have you gone out to see anything? That's an open-ended question. Why do you want to move? Where do you live now? Those are all things you can ask to get them talking. And once you understand that, then you can help them through the process. Another thing that I heard recently on a podcast it was regarding sales, and saying, if you're trying to sell somebody or push somebody, that breaks down rapport. But if you're educating somebody, that builds rapport. So listen to what they're telling you. And then you have all this knowledge that they don't have, all this real estate knowledge. Educate them. So when they say, well, we haven't really started talking to a lender yet, we're thinking we're just going to wait until we find a house, educate them on why it's good to get that done now. Educate them on what's going on in the market. Homes in this price range are typically selling pretty quickly. So if you do find something you like, you want to be prepared to make an offer and have everything lined up so you can jump on it. Otherwise, you might lose out on that home. Educate them on the process. If they're a first-time home buyer, has anybody sat down and explained the process to you? Odds are nobody has. Offer to do a buyer consultation with them where you just talk them through inspections and closing costs and surveys and all of that. Sorry, I have a hair just like sticking under my eye. Offer those type of things because if you can educate them, then they're even more likely to use you, because now you've built trust and you've built rapport. But the biggest thing is asking questions to figure out what their motivation is, because at the end of the day, that's all they care about is themselves. And if you listen and get really good at tailoring what you do next to meet their needs, then you're probably going to be the agent that they choose. So use that LP Mama this week whenever you're talking to new clients, if you're in an open house. Get them talking. Make that your goal, to get people talking to you. Keep asking open-ended questions until they really start to open up. And then you can use all that to your advantage and hopefully gain that client. Hope you guys have a great week. I will see you next Monday. Bye.